Hi there, welcome back to First Trades. You're watching ET now. Let's get in touch with Skymet because they have predicted an early monsoon for India expected to hit Kerala by the 27th of this month. Now, we're already seeing some waterlogging happening in Bangalore. It's turned fatal over there as well. We've had heavy waterlogging and floods coming in Mumbai. So, let's get in touch with the management at Skymet and let's interact and get a better sense on what the monsoon season could look like for India this year. And sir, welcome on board and help us understand what's the outlook for the monsoon this year, because if the monsoon season does arrive by 27th like you've predicted, this would make it the earliest since 2009. What might this signal for the rest of the season, and help us understand do the current weather patterns align with the broader El Nino or the La Nina developments that we have already predicted for the rest of this year?
Thank you very much. See, monsoon this season is going to be very interesting. Okay, as you yourself you said that it has made a early arrival, whether over the Andaman Sea. It's a progressing rapidly, quick movement, and possibly in this week itself, maybe by the weekend, you will find it over the mainland. That's a Kerala onset, which normal date otherwise is 1st of June. So even before 27th, which was earlier expected around 27th of May, it could be 2-3 days even prior to that also. Conditions are favorable at the moment. Okay, but like you said, there is a plenty of rains. Heavy rains are there in the last 2 days over Karnataka, including Bangalore, over Kerala, right up to Goa also. Mumbai had good showers, heavy showers yesterday. So there is a plenty of pre-monsoon activity. It's a good sign for the monsoon, and that is how the advancement is also taking place. It should be, as I said, around the weekend. We find its onset well before time over Kerala, possibly the earliest since 2009, when it was 23rd of May or so. And thereafter, yes, the question remains, how was it going to behave after the onset? Because that is where the importance of the monsoon lies, that how does it cover further? Okay, because there is a lot of development taking place on either side of the coastline. There is possibly a storm likely coming up in the Arabian Sea very shortly. Okay, and similarly, on the other side, in the Bay of Bengal, also you will find that some monsoon system possibly will come up by end of this month itself. So keeping all this in mind, as I said, it's going to be interesting monsoon, and in that it's going to be an interesting onset as well as its immediate progress after the onset. Yeah.
That's the view coming in on the initial onset of monsoon. But so help us understand, once monsoon hits Kerala, how quickly do you expect it to take over the northern part and the rest of the country? Because we are seeing some instances of monsoon coming in. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen intermittent rains in Delhi. Last evening, we've been hit by the same in Mumbai as well. So what's your view, and how quickly do you expect the spread of monsoon all across the country?
Okay, yes. Before I do that, you did mention about El Nino, La Nina, that what is the scene like. You see, I just take about 30 seconds for that. In this season, there is neither El Nino, there is nor La Nina, and so is neutral, and so is the El Nino Southern Oscillation. It's a neutral, and means there is nothing positive or nothing support from the ocean, that's a Pacific Ocean. Even the other parameter, Indian Ocean dipole, which is closer home, Indian Ocean, that also sometimes it supports monsoon. So this time that also is neutral, means there is no external support to the monsoon as such from the oceans, whether it is a Pacific one or the Indian Ocean. Okay, but monsoon is a very, very complex, and it's a very, very highly energetic phenomena. It's a circulation, large scale circulation, which as such contains a lot of energy, heat energy. Basically, it's on account of temperature and the water, lot of energy, and it is going to drive on its own. It's going to be an active monsoon season. Now, in the month of June, normally you see it takes the entire month of June, it takes in progress of the monsoon when it reaches end of month by Delhi, 27th of June is the normal date. And by the time it covers the last border post of Rajasthan or so, it's anytime first week of July. Means the journey is almost about 35-40 days after the onset of the monsoon. But notwithstanding, it can vary. Sometimes it keeps a very fast pace and it covers less than 30 days also. And on some other occasions, it remains languid and keeps on hovering over a region or getting sometime even sluggish and stalled also and more time. So that is the time we have to watch out for. But as of now, indications are the initial phase of the monsoon also will be good after its onset over Kerala. Further, possibly there could be a simultaneous advancement even over the Northeast India also. And thereafter, by virtue of some system coming up in the Bay of Bengal, even parts of West Bengal, adjoining Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha also, I think it gives a good indication that possibly on time it will come there. Both Mumbai and on the other side, Kolkata, where normally the monsoon arrives around 10th or 11th of June or so. That's a normal date. I feel it will keep its promise, keep its time, keep time with the timelines, and it should be arriving on time. The only hitch is there is a system which I mentioned, possibly a storm, cyclonic storm coming up. It's too early to say, but in any case, there is a very, very powerful system. A depression, deep depression, in any case, it will form of Gujarat coast or Rashtra coast. But to me, it appears it is going to become a cyclone also, the first of this season. Okay. But once a cyclone forms, it disrupts your normal flow. And that is what it will do. So the heavy rains which we are having nowadays over Kerala, over Karnataka, that's going to stop temporarily. Okay, it takes about 2, 3, 4 days to rebuild to get the normal flow again, the streamline the flow of monsoon current as such. So that's what is going to happen. I think the rains are going to become less, decrease in intensity as well as spread over Kerala and the southern peninsula in the next 48 hours, but catch up again before the onset of monsoon, which I said you will find around this weekend itself. Yeah.
Okay, and Mr. Sharma, before we let you go, just want to understand the kind of rain that we've seen this time and how premature it has been. Do you believe that this is a result of climate change and this is a pattern that we could see for years ahead, or do you believe that this year is largely a one-off where we have seen rains coming in so early?
See, there have been earlier occasions also. As I said, as of now, it's about 10 days in advance. It started with South Andaman Sea, where again the arrival was well before time. And if the monsoon sets in around the 25th, the 24th, 25th or so, it will again be about a week in advance. But there are earlier occasions also. Earliest in the last 70 years, I will say, since 1971, that was on 18th of May in 2004. Like last I mentioned, in 2009, it was 23rd May. And 2004 is the earliest arrival so far, which is 18th of May. But mind you, that was a drought year. Means early arrival or late arrival or otherwise, it doesn't have any connection with the overall performance of the monsoon progress or the season as such. It has its own factors, so many other factors on which it depends. So we will not link it that the monsoon phase, initial phase, onset phase. Definitely, it's going to be very powerful, strong also along the coastline, particularly. But then we have to see what it has in store for the rest of the month, in the month of June itself. But as I told you, initial phase, initial about a week or so, it should maintain a good pace, particularly along the west coast and eastern side. Peninsular India, that is the South Peninsula, parts of Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Rayalaseema, that is part of Andhra Pradesh, there it is going to slow
Right.
down after the initial onset. Yeah.
Right, sir. Thanks so much, Mr. Sharma, for joining us. Appreciate your view on where the monsoons are headed this season. And thanks once again for giving us an estimate of what we can pencil in for this monsoon season going ahead. But